Hello, everyone. Yes. Oh, I turned off my face cam for obvious reasons because we're going to get into round two of the interview. Nugs, what's up? Luna, what's up? How's everybody doing? Had a good day. That's good. It's good to hear. Good to hear from everybody. Ooh, actually, I can make this one visible because we battle tested it. Yeah. We getting Cassius Cardone back on here. Strictly because I feel like the last interview was fantastic, but the audio was just ass. And I listened to the audio back and listened to it back and listened to it back. I'm like, nah, this is just bad. So we're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it correctly. Right. Bro had a lot to say. Glad we do another tip. Yeah, same. So let me give him a call real quick. Discord's telling me I can update something, but yeah, right. You're right, Discord. Hey, Cassius.
What's up, bro?
My man. Okay, you sound great. You sound great. You sound fantastic. I love it, man. And let me turn that away. Let me put this over here. There we go. Now we got the pop out. Yes. Cassius, my man.
Hey,
Okay, we here.
you get the room back to looking like vibes real quick.
Vibes real quick. Bring that up. Pull that over here. Oh. Put that back over here. So good. What I like about the fact that we're doing this again is that we can actually expand on a lot of the other stuff, and we can dive into other tracks, maybe some of your personal favorites, some things that you want to talk about.
Hey, that sounds good to me.
Exactly, man. Because I was listening to the interview, and I was like, man, like everything was great. It was just there was this audio echo that I fixed off air after I was able to like actually tinker with things.
Dang.
Yeah, but I learned a lot.
It's the best part. That's what my grandma says. Always, as long as you learn something throughout the day, it's not a day wasted.
Exactly. Grandma was wise. Wise. Yeah, I was talking to my chat, and they love the fact that like your grandma was an integral part in your music, and that the fact that she wrote some songs that you were able to like breathe life into her words. Like I think that's so beautiful personally, and I think the chat thinks that as well.
Yeah, she it's funny. She never wants me to mention it. She's like, "No, it's your moment to shine," and I'm just like, no." That makes the best part of the story that Grandma did everything.
Exactly right. Isn't that that's so I love that about grandmas. You can always tell when they're a great grandma when they just want your success and see you and your shine.
Yeah, and they're being humble the whole time. I'm like, don't be so modest. You
Yeah.
gotta own up to your stuff.
Right, exactly right. So I made a playlist, and this is for the chat as well. I made it. Oh, actually, let me turn off the chat because I love chat. Don't get me wrong, guys. I love you to death, but I want this to be about Cassius, and I don't want y'all to influence anything about me in this conversation. I wish I could flip this around where I go to the left because it looks like I'm looking over here. You know what? Who cares? Cassius, my man. That's what I want to say. So the playlist that I have, you sparked it off, but it's called Conversations. That's what these series is called, Conversations with Solo. I put all the songs that I played on our last interview there. So Whoa, Ready Set Go, Untitled Vibes 2, Habits, and FLLT. What did FLLT stand for again?
Fuck long lost travels.
Fuck long lost travels. Yeah. um so I actually want to dive into what got you into music. I feel like we dove into it, but what was your musical journey? Did you start off writing literature first? Was it in school? Was it outside of school? What happened?
Um, Say when I was a lot younger, I was maybe like 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
My aunt, she used to rap.
Oh.
She used to rap a lot, and like she did like a whole album with her crew and everything. And it wasn't like an official album. She kind of
Mm-hmm.
just did a whole bunch of songs, put them on like one of the CDs you burn the music to, and just gave
Yeah.
it to us. And like that's one of the things that inspired me. I was like, oh my gosh! I was like, I thought she was really dope. Like,
Yeah.
I'm from Memphis, and there's 3 6 Mafia. They got that whole North Memphis pride and everything, and that was
Yeah.
her. He had that in there, so I was just like that. And then my older brother, he sings too. He sings,
Okay.
so I kind of wanted to. I used to want to be a singer. I wanted to
Okay.
sing, but I can't sing to save my life. I promise, I can't sing to save my life. But I used to be able to sing, and then like I wanted to do everything. I wanted to do voice acting, but there was a
Hmm.
certain voice that I did when I was younger that just messed up my vocal cords, so I couldn't sing anymore.
What was the voice? Can you do the voice?
Uh, yeah, it's kind of like this, but I don't know what I do with my throat when I talk. But
Okay.
that's what messed
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
And I
that
was
would.
like, I can't sing anymore, so.
Yeah. That's dope that you wanted to sing too. Voice acting as well. You do have a very distinct voice. I love I don't want to say accent. I don't know if twang is appropriate either, but you have this hit to your voice. So I'm like, oh, that's like it's a dope voice. Were you ever self conscious about your voice growing up?
I can say when I first moved out here, yeah, I was very. It was more so the accent I had because
Yeah.
I had a really, really. I used to have a really, really heavy Memphis accent, but
Uh huh.
now it's still there,
Hmm.
but it really comes out. I won't lie, it'll really come out if I'm like really drunk, if I'm really high, if I'm sleepy, if I'm mad, or if you get me to say any words with "use" in it.
Right. Like if you're
Like
not
we
thinking
have
about it.
that. Yeah, we don't say cute in Memphis. We say cute or beautiful. It's like there's an R in there for some reason, and I don't know why.
That reminds me of, have you seen that movie The Wood with Tommy Davidson? It's about they go back. There's this dude from North Carolina, but he doesn't say North
Yeah,
Carolina.
yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't say North Carolina. He says North Carolina, and he says like
yeah.
I think you're purdy and stuff like that. And that's what that reminds.
You know, it's like we don't even say New Orleans. Shoot,
Uh,
they don't even say it. They say New Orleans. That's
Olives,
what we
yeah,
say, New Orleans.
yeah. What was your aunt's rapper name? Does she still rap? Still dabble in it? Do you like do you go be like, hey auntie, I need you to look over these records, and she's like, oh that's
Yeah, I actually a year ago I sent them my album like later in the year. I was like,
mm,
hey, her and her sister, because they both rapped. I was like, yeah, check out my album. What y'all think? And they listened to the whole thing, and like even they even had their mom listen to it, and she
mm,
analyzed it and was like, they were like, oh, they every song they sent me some kind of analysis of what was going on with me in that song, and I'm just
right.
like, it's like this is for y'all to listen to. Don't tell me what was going on, but they
Yeah.
said they really liked it. It was like your album, which they was like that's probably the best thing I've heard yet.
And they're not lying. That album, I might need therapy, right? Or I'm gonna need therapy after this.
It was a long lost travel,
Long lost
and
travels.
then I'm going to therapy after this. That was this year. I dropped that.
That
It's
one's
it's about
fire.
2 months old now, maybe.
Yeah, that one's fire. I fucked with that one heavy, and I love the photo that you took, which is like you in your room just vibing. Um,
I, I took that myself, by the way.
did you like
I
set it
set
up
up
to
a
be
little.
red?
Yeah, just set up a little tripod in the corner. Had my lights. I was like, I think the TV lights were red, and then the lights on the wall were like a bluish purple. And I was just
Hmm.
like, oh no, the wall lights were red, and then the TV was like blue.
Hmm.
And I had my PlayStation on at the same time, so it kind of created that whole vibe. But I took that picture because the night before,
Uh huh.
I got alcohol poisoning.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was completely messed up, and I was like, oh man, I was like, I'm never doing it again. But I was like, I really need to go to therapy, and I took the bottle. I took the last bottle that I had of
Hmm.
Corona. I think it was a Corona,
Hmm.
and then it was the Hornitos that we took for shots. I set those together, and I put my controller and everything in there,
Yeah.
my headset, and I was like, you know what? Let me put the fan there too for the aesthetics, and just kind of give off of. I'm going to therapy after this, but this is what I was doing to help cope at the moment.
Damn. That's so much information in that photo, And it's funny because at a glance, my ass, I'm like, man, this is a dope photo. Like I was like, oh, this is a dope photo. But you breaking down the photo provides so much more detail to it that actually makes me appreciate the album even more. Do you ever find it hard to separate your like? You ever like play a song for somebody and they'll either like find something that you didn't consciously do, but you're like, oh, I must have did that subconsciously, or do they read too much into your music where you're just like, nah, man, I kind of was just vibing on this one. Like, anybody ever do that to you?
Yeah, I had it like that with Whoa. Where somebody just kind of read into it a bit much, and I was like, "No, I was just vibing." But then like, the album, like I've had people point out, the EP, I've had people point out lines from the song that I was not aware that I wrote. I just sometimes if I'm writing, I'm just in the zone and I'll write it and be like, "Oh, that kind of sounds cool." And then as soon as I record it and hear back, and someone else listens to it, and they're just like, "Bro, no way you just said that." It's like that was dope. I was like, "What?"
What? What?
Like what I say, and then they'll repeat one of the lines back, and I'm just like, oh wow, I said that. It's kind of like Lil Wayne when he caught one of his bars, like I said that, me.
Yeah, that's dope. What, me? Yeah. I want to take it back to because you mentioned 3 6 Mafia, and they're the only. This is my ignorance. They're the only Memphis group that I know of that really put Memphis on the map. Are there any other influences mainstream that were from Memphis or any part of Tennessee that you're like, oh yeah, that we're not aware of?
Yo Gotti for sure. He was also North Memphis because there was a thing back then. There was a beef North Memphis, South Memphis. There's an artist. He's South Memphis. He's not really. I don't know if how much he's known by everyone because I've had some people surprise me that they know him. But his name's Player Fly. And he kind of blew up in Memphis too, like for a while. Like him and 3 6 Mafia used to go back and forth at each other's heads. So there's them, there's Project Pat. I don't know. I think Project Pat is part of 3 6 Mafia, but like part of their whole label and not just their group. But there's Project Pat. There's Duke Deuce. Isaiah Rashad, he's not from Memphis, but he's from Tennessee. I don't know which part, but Isaiah Rashad's from out there. I think that's all I can remember.
Okay.
Off the top, oh, Xavier Wolf. People that listen to Xavier Wolf, he's from Memphis.
Because growing up, I was born in the 90s. So growing up, I think the first 3 6, well, no, even that was Trick Daddy. I was thinking about sipping on some scissor. But even 3 6 Mafia, they got play around here, but there was no real like Tennessee group that I could remember. Like my auntie, my aunts and uncles, my mom and all them, they would bump Masterpiece, so No Limit, they would play, and then my cousins would play Big Cash Money, so Big Timers, Juvenile. So it was always those people in rotation. So I was trying to think of like, oh, what were your influences? So who were your influences growing up? Like when you were listening to music?
Honestly, really, a lot of 3 6 Mafia.
A lot of 3 6 Mafia. I remember you said Kendrick Lamar. You also said who was that dude you said that surprised me? It was his attitude.
Oh, David Ruffin.
David Ruffin.
Yeah. Believe it or not, with Kendrick, I actually wasn't a fan of him when I first heard him.
Yeah, well, how do you think about Kendrick when you first heard him?
I heard about him was swimming pools, and I was just kind of like, who is this? Like, this is trash. Like, I don't like this. It kind of like my uncle, because my uncle listened to him, and he liked the song "Swimming Pools," and I was just like, "Who is this? I don't like him. Like this trash." And then like it came back around. I ended up the second song I heard by him was ADHD, and that song kind of hit me at a good time.
Okay,
that it was needed, and then I was like, "This is Kendrick Lamar." I was like, "I like this song." And it's like now that I'm looking back, I still question myself. Well, why didn't I like swimming pools when I first heard it?
Yeah,
like,
I'm questioning you right now. Why didn't you like swimming pools?
Yeah, if you tell me now Kendrick sucks, I'm gonna go in and pull up all the songs. But it's like back then I was just like, wow, why didn't I like swimming pools? I could never answer that question.
I think because if you're anything like me, when a lot of people are already riding a wave, you just like don't want to like it. And that's how I was with swimming pools. Luckily, I got turned on to swimming pools before it like hit mainstream. But people were annoying me because they're like, the song's actually anti-drinking. I'm like, shut up, God. I don't care. It sounds nice when I'm.
Teach me.
Yeah, stop teaching me.
It's like, bro, I was like, look, okay, I get it. Kendrick Lamar, cool, he's dope. Thanks. Yeah. I'll check him out when I check him out.
Exactly. Like, I'll get to him when I get to him. I don't need 5 of my friends telling me, oh, play him, listen to him now. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, it was kind of like, I guess I thought he was like super mainstream. I mean, he is, but it was like I had that thought of that because I was actually a hardcore Hopsin fan too.
Mm-hmm. Hopsin was nice.
And he was like, and I mean, like, I won't no shade to him because I still like his music, but I actually think I'm a little better than him now.
I think so. I would say that, and that's not even just saying that because I'm looking you in the face and not him. I would say I mean, it happens to a lot of artists too. It's like they lose what they want to talk about.
Yeah.
Like Illmind 5 was my favorite thing in the world.
Mine too.
Oh my God, that joint gives me chills to this day. And then even Illmind 7 when he's in the desert, right? That's when he's in the desert.
I think so, yeah.
And then the one after that when he's in the courtroom, I'm like, these are sick. Yes, keep talking about that. And I think he lost sight. I mean, the whole thing happened with the Funk Volume. I get it. You get messed up by it. Yeah.
It's like he wasn't that angry rapper anymore that got betrayed by the label. Now he's kind of like, he got betrayed again, but it's kind of like now it's almost like he's trying to go a bit mainstream a little bit.
Yeah. When it's like
I listened to him because he was angry and like he had bars. Like the bars is just, I'm just like, I'm trying to get to that level. Like this is hard. But then it was like listening to him a bit later, it's like, yeah, I could have said that back then.
Right. Like you could have said it, and even then the scheme that you're thinking of now is like probably 10 times better.
Yeah. And it's like I said, like no bragging. I'm not, I'm
no
known.
Brag. Talk it.
My shit. Brag. I'm dope as hell. I say it on my it's on the go, but it's like I know there's a bunch of other artists that are better than me or at my level, but it's not like I have a thought that I'm untouchable, but I also have that thought of where I want someone to show me.
Yeah.
I got you. Like, you think you're untouchable, I got you. Like, listen, that type of thing.
You're not asking around. You're just asking who you better than. That's all.
I like that. Yeah.
That's who you better than. I wanted to talk to you about, I want to switch it up a little bit just because I'm always curious about this, especially when there's movies that drive into your into where you're from. How did you feel about the movie Hustle and Flow? Do you feel like it captured Memphis? Do you think it was more of a commercialized Memphis, or like how did if you've seen it?
I think it kind of captured it.
Did it glorify it?
Capture it? Yeah, but Terrence Howard should have explored Memphis a little bit more before he put that accent on. That is forever gonna get me because my great grandfather looks like Terrence Howard, and it's like hearing his accent on video and then watching Terrence Howard. I'm just kind of like. You could have explored a little bit more.
A little bit. I also did. I hated the fact that Ludacris, who I don't even think Ludacris is from Georgia, but he reps Georgia. I think he's from somewhere different. I think he's one of those like J. Cole, how J. Cole's from South Carolina, but he's actually was born in Georgia, like something like that. I don't like the fact that Ludacris had a bigger role than DJ Paul, because DJ Paul was just the weed dude that was next door that needed to turn down his music. And I wish I wish they like dove in, kind of like ATL. Like I feel like ATL showed ATL.
Yeah, they had everybody. They had all of Atlanta. Yeah. It's like, with Ludacris being in it, I don't know. I'm curious as to why they chose him, and instead of, I mean, they could have pulled a lot of other Memphis artists in. They could have pulled, maybe gave Ludacris role to Project Pat or something, or gave it to Player Fly or somebody else from Memphis, just to keep that whole like Memphis thing. Yeah, I ain't, no shade against Ludacris. He played that role. He played that role well.
Hey, Chris Lucas Bridges, Skinny Black. You
I
know
want him.
Steve
I want him dissing me because Ludacris is also actually another inspiration. Ludacris has had bars ever.
Ludacris. I found out Ludacris was a radio DJ. Yes. Ludacris was a radio DJ, and his voice, people were just telling him like, "Oh, you should rap, you should rap, you should rap." And I actually love Ludacris a lot. So anytime someone makes fun of Ludacris, I tell them like, "Nah, man, you gotta listen to word of mouth and then back off."
Because Ludacris is cold. Ludacris is like, I don't know. He just did a freestyle recently on TikTok that I saw, and I was just like, "Yep,
yeah,
that's exactly why you should listen to his music because he got bars."
You know who I realize? Okay, I'm gonna ask you this question: who is a rapper that is potentially like goated or like considered good that's actually bad? Or someone that you listened to that you thought was good, and when you listen back to him, you're like, "Oh, you're actually not good at all."
Damn.
I'll tell you what sparked this. I listened to Mystical 2 days ago. Specifically Shake It Fast or Shake Your Ass. And I was like, this song sounds so disjointed when you like read the lyrics.
And it's like he wasn't on beat.
No, him and Silk the Shocker were never on beat.
Honestly, I think my answer to that one, damn, that's a tough. Because if this interview blows up, they gonna come and get me.
They're gonna get you.
It's gonna be a song coming out called Card 2. I'm just like,
oh.
Because I call myself, that's one of my things is Card 1, because it's Cardone, so I'm like Card 1 Ace. I don't want a Card 2 coming out.
Okay, have you ever thought about like what people could diss you? Like, oh man, they could use this with my name. They could diss me about this. You ever write a diss track to yourself?
I haven't, but my grandma actually she wrote a diss track to me. Back when I was Hakai, she wrote a diss track to me because I think I was in Atlanta at the time.
Okay.
And he texted me when I got off of work, like, "What are you doing?" Mm-hmm. I was like, "Oh, I'm just at home chilling or whatnot." It's like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm doing the same. I'm about to eat and stuff." I was like, "Oh, see, the one thing I'm gonna tell people is when you're texting someone, do not use swipe. It's going to set you up.
Don't use swipe.
I swiped. I usually come home and play my PlayStation and watch TV. But instead, usually got turned into motherfucking. It's like I motherfucking come home and play PlayStation and watch TV, and I hit send without looking.
Not looking.
And I was like, I'm so sorry. It's like I meant usually. She's like, "Oh, you gonna talk to your grandma like that?" And then she wrote a diss track later that night, just ended my whole career.
I'll tell you
that's why Hakai's gone now. Hakai got dissed.
Hakai's gone. Yeah. Because if I ever swiped that word, I think I did accidentally swipe something kind of crazy to my mom, and I was like, "No, it wasn't me.
I didn't mean that. I'm so sorry. My friend grabbed my phone or something like.
Yeah, something happened. It wasn't me."
It's like I swear I didn't do it. And I told her, I was like, "Swipe did it," and she wrote a whole song. I think she put it on my page, or she messaged me, and then I screenshot it and posted and said, "Yeah, my career is over with." I quit music.
I want to get into a record with you real quick here. Any song that you want to play that you want the listeners to listen to?
Drugs Needed Me.
Okay, what's Drugs Needed Me?
Yeah, that's on the EP.
Okay. There we go. All right.
Interesting piece.
I'm gonna get this one ready. Go. This one's called Drugs Needed Me. And let me share it.
Yeah. It's time to drop the dime and pick the quarter up. I'm in my blunt again because I thought I had it boarded up. Been counting all my lessons, that's enough to keep me cornered up. I headed back out west, but on the way I picked my order up. It's just another package for cash. Hella blind, I let them folks play off my back cause they backwards. And I'm a Mac of a bastard, I don't lack what they lacking. And I'm a sucker, I didn't catch them in the act what they acting, but that's all right. I just do here what I do here. I play shit like it's cool and brush it off like it's the new year. Cause they can't keep it G and loyalty is what they do fear. I'm a different type of different, can't explain it, it ain't too clear. But telling that we back to fuck the party up. Smoke another spliff and pass it off to get it started up. Got the second, bout to spark it up. Oh, you ain't hot, guess you didn't hit it hard enough. I'm fucked up, and you fucked up, and we fucked up. We can be fucked up, and I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
And you fucked up.
Okay.
We fucked up, we can be fucked up. They say you don't need drugs just to feel like you belong. But still kinda strong, poppin' pills, now they gone. I'm fucked up, feel like I belong. We fucked up, cause that's just what we on.
Oh my god, that hook is crazy. Let's say a smooth transition.
Ain't no one replace them, it's amazing cause they do try. And I'm in hella places, they can't play somebody new guy. It's still the same day, but it's just different shit. I gotta keep it humble so they don't know who they dealing with. They put them on the platter with the silver stick and serve it to the dogs to show them niggas who's the silly bitch. They like Cassius, man, you be killing shit. No, I just like to ramble, then ramble like I be drilling shit. Tell them niggas gamble, don't handle what I've been dealing, bitch. Just take me off that mantle, replace that candle, we really lit. I wanna blow about 100 stacks and pull another out and smack a nigga with 100 racks. Yeah. I wanna blow about 100 stacks and pull another out and hold that shit like I'm a running back.
They're saying something about calling somebody a silly bitch is so funny.
They say you don't need drugs just to feel like
right,
you
belong.
But it's still kinda strong, poppin' fears, now they gone. I'm fucked up, feel like I belong. We fucked up, cause that's just what we on.
Damn. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, that is Drugs Needed Me. What a banger.
Yeah, I wrote that one. There's actually, I kind of based it off of my experience in Atlanta with someone drugged me with Molly.
Oh my gosh. Did you want to dive into that?
It was an interesting night, I could say. A lot went down that night. I flew out of a car and everything. It was crazy.
Like you flew out of a car? Did someone throw you? Did you jump out? Like what happened?
I was hanging out the window, sitting in the window, trying to be all cool. We were leaving the club. It was the Molly had already kicked in, and so my promoter at the time, he was drunk, and he was trying, he was driving, he was trying to drift.
Okay.
So he hit the e-brake and like turned, and the car jerked so hard I flew out.
Jeez. Did you sustain any injuries? Were you fine after that?
I got up because I slid a few feet. I got up though, and I dusted myself off and got back in the car, and then hung right back out the window.
Oh, of course you did. Why not? Yeah.
But the next day, the next morning, my back and everything was hurting. I couldn't at the time I couldn't feel anything.
Right.
There was pain. I didn't It was I was just in a euphoria.
Were you confused the next day? Like, man, why does my back hurt? And then someone have to be
No, I remembered exactly what happened. I was like, the damn Molly, and I flew out of a car. My roommate at the time, Kenny, well, he was my friend, but we shared rooms because it was we were in an apartment with my manager, promoter, and there was a bunch of other artists. And Kenny was like, man, he was like, I didn't mean to give you the drink that had the Molly in it. He's like, I saw somebody as I was walking across the floor, they dropped one in the drink in the cup, and I was gonna give you the other one, but It's like I accidentally gave you the wrong one. I was like, bro, I'm not mad about that at all. I kind of needed that.
Listen,
Like,
that's not the problem of the night. That's not the problem of the night. Why were you trying to drift? That's the problem.
Right. I'm like, I talked to my promoter. I was like, yo, Anthony, it's like, hey, don't do that shit again. Don't try to drift, bro. I was like, my back hurt and I had to call out a word and tell him I was hurt. I was like, I gotta go back into
Damn.
like that. It was painful, but it was like when I flew out the car, like I could still remember the crowd's reaction because there was people on both sides, and it was like a movie scene. If somebody gets hurt or something, and it's just like the whole crowd's like, ooh, all together. That's exactly what it was like.
Just like, ooh. See that?
It's like everybody's just, ooh, when I get up, dust myself off, and hop back in the car here. You okay? And I'm like, out the window again.
Yeah. I wanted to dive into do you ever have a writing mode where like I can't listen to these artists or I need to listen to these artists to inspire you? Like me, I can't listen to if I'm in writing mode, I can't listen to Method Man, I can't listen to any Wu-Tang because I don't want to like unconsciously be like, oh, that bar screams fire, let me jump over. So is there any artists that you like, oh, I can't or I want to listen to pull something from?
I say I have my moments where I actually can't listen to like I can't listen to Kendrick or I can't listen to 3 6 Mafia. I can't listen to J-Cole. Like I can't listen to them because I don't want to like feel like it's just a feeling thing. So I don't feel like I'm still in their vibe or something.
Right.
And sometimes I have it where I do have to listen to them because it's like, my writing process, if I listen to a beat and I can hear them on the beat, it's like, what kind of energy do I hear them bringing to the beat? So I hear them, I listen to a song by them. I'd be like, I don't think that'll fit with this beat, and go and listen to another one or something. Right. But if I feel like I'm going to like I feel like I'm gonna say, tell myself you might steal their vibe or people might say this or that, then it's like I'm gonna listen to them now. Just try to bring my own feel to it.
Perfect. Yeah, I love that. That's exactly how it's like it was like, oh, this is like I listen to a lot of ASAP Rocky. I just love that East Coast like flair and like some of the shit he says is so dope. He says shit with so much like flavor and swag that like I'm like, I gotta stop listening to you because I might still a little
FLLT. I had an ASAP Rocky type of vibe. I felt like ASAP Rocky would have rapped that, but it was like I told a few people this, but I'm actually not satisfied with the mix of FLLT.
Really? Did you do the mixing?
A friend of mine I went to school with, he did it. And because we were in the studio and I was telling him, hey, do it this way, and he did. He had that, but hear me out, and I was like, no, I'm gonna hear you out. This is what I want.
Right.
But when he did the master and everything on it, he did his hear me out, and I didn't listen back to it and just uploaded the song.
Damn, I hate that, bro. I hate that shit. So, because it's like cool, and this isn't like a knock to any friends out there or anything like that, but it's like, you're my friend, great, cool. I'm the artist talking to you.
Yeah.
And you're the engineer listening to me, right?
Right. And I've never felt any type of way because sometimes his hear me outs are better than me do it this way. But it was like in that moment I was just kind of like, I really wish I had mixed this myself. Yeah. Like, whoa, I did that myself. And like I spent probably 32 hours in total mixing Whoa.
Do you think you spend too much time post production? Do you think you hold on to shit a little bit too long?
Sometimes because I'm my harshest critic. Because I'm just like, no, I didn't like it this way. I like when I first recorded it with Corey and stuff, and we were listening to it. I did a quick little mix on it. He was like, I like it. Can you send this to me so I can listen to it on the way home? And I sent it to him. And then I spent like probably after he left, I spent like another 3 hours on it, and I was just kind of like, this can be better.
Yeah.
And because I spent so much, like I stayed up late even mixing it because I spent so much time on it. I know his verse word for word. I'm like, if we ever get on stage and perform this and you mess up, I got you. I know your verse word for word because I spent so much time on it. And it's like I'm just like, I need to dial it back a bit. I'll end up doing something one way, and then I'll go back and mix it, like, go back and change something and be like, no, let me add this, and then I'll take everything that I added out and go back to the way I originally mixed it.
Yep.
And that's what happened with Whoa.
Dang. Is there a person, I can't remember if I asked you this on the last interview. Again, super appreciate you diving in around 2 with me. Is there any person that you like, I need them to hear this song because I know they hear something that I don't, to make it give that extra oomph? Do you have that person?
Actually, I have a few.
Okay, yeah.
I have a few people that I would send it to. I haven't sent him anything in a while, but Tragedy is one of those people.
Tragedies. Tragedy is coming on the conversation show. Like, I gotta have Tragedy.
You gotta have him. Be watching, because Tragedy, that's my dog. Like, yeah. I still supposed to be like sending him something. Like, we're supposed to be doing a song together. I'm supposed to be paying him for the feature. Like, I like talked to him like, I don't know, maybe a few months ago, 4 or 5. It was sometime this year. I'll say that. And I was like, man, I'm still coming your way with a song. I got to find something that, that fits his feel. But I listen to his music and I know his voice. Yeah. Like, I can't come with the bars all the time and have a story. Let me make something a little wavy or something. Yeah. Like, nah, man, fuck that. He's like, fuck the feature being long overdue. We got to kick it or something. I'm like, shit. Like, so I'm like, Tragedy is one of those people. Like, I got to reach out to him more again and be like, hey, can you peep this track? Richie Couture, he's another one. We did a couple songs together. He was on Ready to Go. Yeah, and then featured on one of his tracks. And then there's him, and then there's my girl. Okay. I'll let her listen to it because she's got more of an ear for the engineering. So I got to make sure she if my vocals are too low, hey, turn them up or something. Yeah. Then there's my grandma, of course. Grandma. She's number 4. She's definitely, she'll be like, maybe you can do this to the beat, or take this out, cut this part out, or add this line in there or something. So,
That's
awesome. It's all like those 4 people, I could definitely just be like, boom, here you go. Or sometimes I just go on Facebook, who wants to hear this? And then they drop emails and I just send it to them.
Yeah, man, there's some times where like I'll play a song that hasn't been released and like a group of my friends before we're going out, all this stuff like that. And as I'm playing it, all of my self-consciousness of this record comes out. And I'm start critiquing hard internally. I'm like, oh God, I gotta turn this up, gotta turn that down. That sounds dumb. They didn't even react to that line. What the hell is going on? Do you get that? Do you
And I'm just, sometimes I'd be like, I thought I did a little something with this bar. Like, I'll say it out loud. I thought I did something with that right there, but I might change it out. Yeah. And sometimes they're just like, shut up. I'm listening first. I'm listening to critique. And then I'm gonna listen as a fan. They do that sometimes too, but it's just like, I'm not ready to critique. So don't worry about it. Like, just react to something, please.
Yeah. One of my biggest pet peeves, if I'm showing somebody something, is if they like start a conversation with somebody.
Oh my God, I can't stand that. It's like, check this song out, and they be listening to it and be like, oh yeah, when it's like, I was like, don't jump into the conversation. Now listen to the song.
I told you to listen to this right here, so you're gonna listen to it. You can't talk and hear at the same time. I know you can't.
Sometimes I be messing with them. I'll just like start the song over after a certain part and then start it back over. And it's like, and they be like, bro, you restarting the song? Like, yeah, you're not listening.
You're not listening to it. Yeah. Sometimes
like, this is the goal.
Sometimes I'll just pause it and look at them and be like, no, I'm listening. I'm listening to what you're saying.
Like, possibly, like the teacher in class. Like, oh, continue, please.
I'll wait.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
I'm
like, oh, my bad. Yeah, no, go back and start it over. Like, so you mean to tell me you really weren't listening? Thank you. Start it over for you.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad to know that I'm not like just alone here. Sometimes I feel like a jerk when I do it. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I feel like super mean.
Me too. But it's like I gotta mess with them too. I'll be like, oh no, I was listening. What's your favorite part then? Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get into another record with you. Did you have something in mind? Because I have something loaded up.
Let's hear what you got loaded up.
All right. I'm gonna take them back to the roots of the Untitled vibes. We did not play them Untitled vibes. One I love again the Entitled Vibe series. If anybody has an opportunity to dive into it, please dive into it. It's fantastic. But we're gonna dive into Entitled Vibes 1.
Man, should have listened to that on another guy's stream like a few weeks ago. He was streaming on Twitch, and he was listening to people's music, and bro, he laughed at the introduction because of the first line I said. He was like, "Bro, that is a wild introduction."
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I tell a bad bitch she can hold this dick. I tell a sad chick we can go get lit. I tell the sad chick she can get the bad bitch. We can go to the crib and they both get hit. And I don't really host this shit, but I know this here gon' be the most that I boast this, yeah. And I wanna make a toast this, yeah. Maybe roast this, yeah. Matter of fact, here's a toast to the food. Cassius Cardone, probably take a job on. Jaw drop to the vibe that I'm on. They told me to make a hard song, hit them with a harpoon in the chest, and they all go be on. This would be the part that they hardly be on. And this would be my star, cause I'm already gone. Ready for the most of the most. Let it breathe from the coast to the coast. Big brain shit, go for the nose while you're holding your nose. Yeah. 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 Look. Sad chick, come and sit it on my lap. Bad bitch, get the Henny from the back. Take a swig, then I hit it from the back. Cause the bad bitch let me hit it like that. They pose and they both roll in. Take a hit from the draw with a hand, then switch and they pose it again. Blow smoke in the wind, and I don't really know when they end. Take hold while I'm poking your friend. And this is the shit that I'm stepping on. Let me on, it be a messy one when they set me on. I can't really hold up cause I'm steady drunk. And I'm all out of motive, I'm already gone. Ready for the most of the most. Let it breathe from the coast to the coast. Nigga, don't overdose. Big brain shit, go for the nose. Nigga, why you still holding your nose? That's it.
My trials and tribulations is I want to get stronger because not a lot of people notice me and not a lot of people like understand me. You know, I want to try to get stronger as possible because the strong and the people who like do stuff for justice always get overlooked until they go to the extreme, and to become that person of that people be like, damn, he's that nigga.
Love that outro. Love that outro. Okay, so we dove into your creative process. We dove into your roots of Memphis. At what age were you where you hit the turning point of like, oh, I'm dope? Like, you knew you wanted to be a rapper, but you're like, oh no, I'm dope.
I'll say when did I first ever drop the song? Not drop. I think I was like 21 or 22 maybe.
Yeah.
I recorded my first ever original track because everything else that I've ever released has been like remixes or you know, I'm rapping on YouTube beats. But my brother had a friend that normally does like dubstep production, and he tried out his first hip hop beat because he asked me for a recommendation, and I like it. You know, at the time I was still a bit on that hop sin wave, slowly getting into the Kendrick, but he made this beat for me, and I made this song. It's called Amen. Okay. If you listen to it, it's got to feel it kind of has that rigor mortis. Okay. Kendrick rigor mortis feel. Yeah. And I kind of played off of the he did Amen part from the song. That was my main part. But the hook kind of pays his homage towards Kendrick. Okay. And yeah, I listened to that song, and when I first ever performed it on stage, that's when I first met my first manager. All of his artists got on stage with me, and mid-performance, they all stopped. Like, they were dancing and, like, hyped around me, but they all stopped and turned around and had a meeting about me sounding like Kendrick. Damn. And they told me that I was, like, the dopest one there. Yeah. Like, they all stopped. It's like, bro, like, at the end of my performance, it's like, bro, we just, like, we stopped mid-performance. It was no disrespect to you, but we were just having a meeting about who you sound like.
Damn.
and you sound like Kendrick, and you were so dope.
That's heavy. And you were like that. God.
Yeah, it was like the whole, like, everybody that was there, their attention went from the guy on stage that was thanking all the artists to them like turning to me, and I was just like, just a thumbs up. I was like, I guess I'm dope. And my pops was like, he was like, I'm proud of you, son. Like you like this is a moment. I was just like,
because those people, they had like no allegiance to you. They're not telling you dope because they were friends. They're like, oh no, they're artist to artist. Like, oh yo, you're dope, and they all thought at the same time. That's so validating.
Yep, and that was my first. That was basically my introduction to them.
Okay.
And all of them wanted to work with me after. They wanted me to just come to sessions. They wanted me to record with them. They wanted me to feature on tracks, everything. And I was just like, all right, cool. Like, I'll do it. Just thumbs up everywhere to everybody like that.
Man,
but that song, that was my first ever original song as Hakai. And no one has ever really heard it.
Is that the one? Is Blue on there doing the outro? Oh, what song is that?
That was just called Hakai. That was a beat I found on SoundCloud, I believe, and I was just like, I think I can kill this. I was like, let me give this a feel, and I did that.
Yeah, dope.
But Amen is like it's a little further down. It's my first ever original track,
man.
And all I did was put it on SoundCloud, and I was like, it's not going anywhere else.
It's on SoundCloud. Amen.
I had bars. I won't lie. I had bars on that one too. I did. I got one that people sleep on a lot. And see if you end up catching it if you play it.
Okay, I'm gonna play it. You're just Hakai on SoundCloud. Actually,
I changed that one. That one's Cassius Cardone again.
There you are. It's called Amen. Oh, we finding it. I'll tell you this right now. It's by itself. Okay. While I look for this, if you had to choose between fighting 20 duck-sized horses or 5 horse-sized ducks, which would you fight?
Going with the I'm going with the 20 duck-sized horses.
Yeah, I feel like I could beat them up.
Because a horse-sized duck, they already menaces by themselves.
Right.
They're menaces by themselves, and they're so small. So it's like, you know what? If they're bigger, that's gonna be horrible.
And if they honk at me, if they go honk, and it's like loud, ooh, I found it.
That's it. You're gonna hold your ears.
Oh, I found it. All right, here it is. Let me pause this real quick. Go. This one's called Amen. That violin's crazy.
Yeah, he snapped on that.
Fire, I spit with passion. I'm labeled a Chinese dragon, you bastard. That's Kendrick Masters. I'm real, you causing disasters. Seducing your favorite rapper, then get the industry after he did. That's what they chanting with. Finish him in the laughter. He did. That he did.
It's like,
he did.
Yeah, I was 20 when I did this. 20.
Listen. Oh no, it's another rapper that's talking shit about sparking the clip, and he made to show off his glossy wrist, saying he's a thug but he's secretly just a copycat following bad habits, cause that's the life that his father lived. I keep it simple, just like a peck on the list, put my pedestal on the edge and just hope you're ready to kick. Send me flying off of the top with the lyric book in a jetpack. If the shoe fits, Cinderella should get back. Fell off the globe when my people told me to get maps. I'm taking blind jumpers with punchlines if you get that. I'm insane, got a big head for a big hat and feed niggas
Wait, hold on.
Something addictive, like a Big Mac. These rappers, they steady talk about trap shit. The guns they owned in every rapper, like they his father lived. I keep it simple, just like a peck on the list. Put my pedestal on the edge and just hope you're ready to kick. Send me flying off of the top with the lyric book in a jetpack. If the shoe fits, Cinderella should get back. Fell off the globe when my people told me to get maps. I'm taking blind jumpers with punchlines if you get that. I'm insane, got a big head for a big hat and feed niggas something addictive, like a Big Mac. These rappers, they steady talk about trap shit. The guns they owned in every rapper they clapped with. No hesitation and no remorse. They laugh when I tell them I lost my patience and keep some carrots to hold my horse. And I'm hoping these other rappers can spit tight, cause I might be leaving them silent like can't get right. Flow is a monster, Jekyll before it hits night. I'm an asshole.
No fucking way you added a can't get right bar. No way, bro. Keep it silent like can't get
your
right.
Flow with this shit that gets right. I hit twice, my shit's nice. I spit ice, cold shivers, make them sick while I rip mics. Father to niggas that sip, be leaving them silent like can't get right. Flow is a monster. They laugh when I tell them I lost my patience and keep some carrots to hold my horse. And I'm hoping these other rappers can spit tight, cause I might be leaving them silent like can't get right. Flow is a monster, Jekyll before it hits night. I'm an asshole, but your flow is the shit that gets right. I hit twice, my shit's nice. I spit ice, cold shivers, make them sick while I rip mics. Father to niggas that sip Sprite, a bit ripe, screaming out of Pappy like Bernie Mac when he did life.
I spit with passion, I'm labeled a Chinese dragon. Your bastard that's giving masters hungry, you causing disaster. Seducing your favorite rapper, then get the industry after he dead. That's what they chanting, we finish him in the laughter. He dead.
I love that.
Amen. He dead. That's what they chanting. Amen. Finish him in the laughter. He dead. Amen. He dead. That's what they chanting. Amen. Finish him in the laughter.
I gotta dig in the other part of a lyricist. The streets are hearing this and the blind people are feeling this. Other rappers are watching, they got a body, this silly kid, but I'm trying to confuse them like holograms in a kitty trick. Let's cut the silly shit. Your head's throbbing, your neck's bobbing, your fingers are slowly curling into a fist. Doctors told me I'm sick and they didn't know what to do with this. Slap them and told the nurses come help them out with this cluelessness. A lot of rappers are speaking out like ventriloquists from the side of their mouth and they're asking us who the realest is. Fuck a real nigga, I'm real nigga. Shaquille hit you. I mean Rashawn took a sweet pill and he's still bitter. A still gripper, never there but I still litter. I'm telling you either way your siren will still chitter. A slight noise that will leave your body in little jitters. Flow will do the same when you figure that I'm a real shitter. Things that I do when I kick the bucket. Walk to a random room and start yelling out Nantucket. Say I'm going crazy but that is my plan, fuck it. Kick myself off the edge since I ran from the damn subject. He dead. Amen, that's what they chanting. He dead. Amen, that's what they chanting. He dead. Amen, that's what they chanting. He dead. Amen, that's what they chanting.
That has to be so hard to perform live.
It really was. It was. It's like I had to like work on breath control.
Yeah.
So much, even just recording, I had to work on breath control. It was like I was like, I'm going too steady. I need to. I did that all in one take though.
Oh my. Hell nah.
In one take.
One take? Man, that's dedication.
And I've practiced it. When I wrote this song, I practiced it so much. I was just like, I was working on my breath control as I was practicing. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna one take it, then I'm gonna do my ad libs and stuff, and that's it. I'm gonna have it. My ad libs, my ins and outs and doubles, all of that. I got it.
Damn.
And I had the breath control for all of that, and it was just like,
man, I'll proudly take 16 punch-ins. If I have to punch in each line, I'll proudly do that.
I do that now. I was like, I'll gladly punch in every time because like we what's funny is like how you mentioned in the last interview how I keep like a lot of the stuff like from what is that song FLLT where I kind of just cut out in the verse because I messed up somewhere. Yeah, like we actually, my friend and I, we have a whole like bunch of laugh tracks. Yeah, everything like it's a bunch of laugh tracks of everything that I messed up on. I'm laughing in the middle of the verse, like all of it. And he says we're gonna release that We're gonna release that sometime, maybe next year.
Yeah, you have to.
Just for the joy of everybody knowing the process that we had to go through to get all of these songs done.
Yeah.
But that's when I started doing a lot of the punching and stuff. But I used to just one take everything, and honestly, that was all due to nervousness.
Okay. Can you elaborate on that? Like, you're just so nervous you didn't want to.
Yeah, mess up. It was like that song. I went to record with this guy. His name was Black. They called him Black. I didn't know a blue. I knew a black.
You know, blue, black.
But Black was he was the first person I ever like recorded my original song with, and like I didn't really know him.
Okay.
And I was like nervous to do the song because I'm like, I don't know, he's from Memphis. I know what the Memphis crowd looks for and stuff. But I was so nervous when I got in there. I did it in one take. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm too nervous. I don't want to keep punching in. I don't want to waste no time. I just, I was just going and I just flowed through the whole thing, and the parts where I was like, you can kind of catch where I'm running out of breath at. And I'm just like, catch it right back to the verse and stuff. So it was like I got so nervous to record with him because I didn't know what kind of sound, what sound he's used to working with. But when I finished the song and everything, he's like, bro, you hard, you real dope.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I didn't have to one take it. I could have punched in.
Dude, you know what's so funny is during that All Heart Cypher series, I was so nervous laying down my verse that I was asking the engineer, hey, that sound good? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks, man.
Bro, that All Heart Cypher series, there was so much pressure with that. I actually wrote my verse the night before we had to go and record it.
Man, yeah, I wrote mine, I think I think I wrote mine like 2 weeks. I was like, I need to write this. And I wrote like 3 different 16 bars.
Really?
3 different. To wrap up this interview, I want to play the All Heart. I want to play them. Episode, the one that me and you on, the one that me and you met. I think this is a moment in time where greatness was actually captured, and we both have tragedy to thank for this. So I'm gonna play this one real quick.
It's your boy
Tragedy was golden for this.
Cypher series. Episode 1 is officially here. I can't tell you enough. We got some dope ass niggas in the building. I mean, Makai,
there he is.
Adam Canyon.
Adam was nice too.
He was.
Solo.
There it is.
Solo.
Without any further ado, let's get it, everybody.
All these
Funny
people were
thing
dope.
about that day too. Me and Tragedy were wearing the same pants.
Nah. Same pants having ass.
I was like, damn. I looked. Corey pointed out. He's like, you and Tragedy got the same pants on. I was like, oh fuck, I didn't know that.
It's Chris Massey.
Chris Massey was dope too.
Set it off.
That was the best start ever.
Beat on through the speakers, let it play. Light this weed up, let it breathe, and let my body levitate. Y'all can call me Coach Massive with the way I'm calling plays. And my team is undefeated and we ain't stopping today. This the All Heart Cypher and my heart is full of fire. So I let it burn, sit back and watch it and get inspired. And I'm from Phoenix, so I believe I can rise up. If you don't see me, you need to open your eyes up. Cause I've been here, doing this for like 10 years and I'm still learning. Doing what I gotta do, I gotta keep the wheels turning. Gotta keep my head held high, so I'm getting high and I'm still burning. And I'm headed for the top spot, I know one day that I will earn it. You can see exactly why I'm here just by the look in my eyes. But when I came into this game, I had them looking surprised. And with a name like Chris Massive, they gon' look at my size. Just know it's not about my weight, it's all my heart and my pride.
I was zooted, because you remember we smoked that day too.
Yeah, I couldn't. This was when I was going through my custody battle. So I remember they offered everybody gas and I was like, nah, I can't. And I remember Core AZ specifically being like, oh, that's respect. Like, no, I feel that. And so I was like, my nerves were all over the place.
Like I had just started smoking again because I had quit. I quit like for 2 years because it was like, I don't know. I was like, I just wanted to see how I write off if I'm not high.
Yeah.
And they had just got me back into it, so I was like, "Yep, let me go ahead and
there it is.
do a little something."
All Heart Cypher series.
Uh-oh.
Let's get it.
I did not pick my hair out that day either,
Your
man.
boy
I just put the
Hakai.
headband on.
Rocking it.
Look. Cop a brand new tag for the hoodie. Tap dancing on other lyrical niggas just to show them how to boogie. No Lucius lying. My queen is my cookie. Reaching the jaw. I'm throwing punches like Ali. One leg like Ali. And I told you that I'm real, no ID. We took them toys. Trigger finger sitting on try me. Who brought the noise? Nigga recognize.
Okay, I don't mean to look my face in the background when you're saying this. Like, this is the first time I'm hearing it, right? Because that's the first time I hear it. My face is legit like, like legit.
Cop a brand new tag for the hoodie. Tap dancing on other lyrical niggas just to show them how to boogie. No Lucius lying. My queen is my cookie. Reaching the jaw. I'm throwing punches like Ali. One leg like Eileen. And I told you that I'm real, no ID. We took them toys, trigger finger sitting on try me. Who brought the noise? Nigga recognize Hakai Lee. The 1-inch punchline of flowing on high seas. My nigga chorus say it's loud, Arizona, bitch. My other niggas on the know that's the squad that I'm rolling with like Autobots. Rock till my wheels fall and my motor quits. Bring it to your front door, nigga, like a Jehovah's Witness. I'm about my business, never change to a dollar. The last line flew over heads and rap collars. H-A-K-A-I, nigga holler. Before you even speak on my name, you gotta swallow. I'm out.
So low on the mic right now.
Uh-oh. I hated this mic wasn't plugged in, so I unwrapped to it.
S-O-L-O-W.
W.
Get at him real quick.
Little pitch change.
This beat nice. King Killer on the floor. Oh Lord, heaven sakes, up in heaven's gates. Walk up in that bitch and heaven shakes. Hear that low rumble, that thunder about to follow. You popping champagne, I'm the man that made the bottle. You smoke gelato, I'm the dude that grew the plant. Repackaging, slanged it at your school dance. Insignificant, get crushed, style mundane. Your cloud ended with this drop. For me, it was another day. Don't worry about who I kill, ends justify that method. No weapon, my presence alone will have you sweating. My presence alone will have your girl stripping. She in the photo was so low, we sipping and finger flipping. What's poppin', pippin'? Folks dap me up like the 90s. Could be a mute spitter, ARs would still sign me. Could be a blind man, but my passion would drive me. You can't buy me, but you can definitely drive me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my man, and his name, what's his name now? It's not.
I think he's Wonderheart.
Wonderheart.
You gotta find yourself.
My man opened up my mind with this 16 bar, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, what is he saying?
Yeah.
Oh.
They got these secrets locked away, no key to unlock all your happiness. But as you free your mind, you realize you can just imagine it. It's easy to manifest as a god. As my human tendencies are slowly being lost, I can finally see the truth of who I am, where I'm from and where I've gone. The universe is inside of me, I can feel it just guiding me. Finally, I'm aligning myself in all of my chakras. I'm balancing all these energies, focusing on my karma. I meditate on a daily, could probably use more yoga. I smoke weed like every day. I think it's time I might try sober as consciousness expands. My consciousness expands, my DNA's upgraded. I was born a new man, yeah. Humans are revolving, the serpent moves up your spine. It's that sexual life force energy that's divine, yeah. Humans are revolving, the serpent moves up your spine. As you awoken to the truth, you gon' finally feel alive. Open your eyes.
Got chills. I got chills from here.
Yeah. And my man right here, Adam.
Yeah.
What's crazy is he told me he actually wrote his in the studio.
Yeah, he wrote that day.
All Heart Cypher.
I was like, dang, I thought I was crazy and wrote mine the night before.
Yeah.
And didn't even practice.
Been told my flowing so cold, like the weather in December whenever the wind blows. I'm higher than 10 souls, way doper than benzos. I'm fresher than cut grass, I'm gassing the tempos. 10 toes down, I'm surrounded by the block. Never stop, I keep it pushing, I'm working around the clock. I got to go and get it, I swear it don't mean a lot to the people that riding with me. I'm taking y'all to the top. I'm finna get it for real. All of y'all know when the deal. All of y'all know when I get on the mic, I be laying them lyrics that everyone feel. I gotta get up and over the hill, making it big, something I will. Man, y'all don't know about the paradigm. I'm prepared to rhyme in this field. There ain't no question about it. There ain't no trying to sign me. I've never broken focus. Keep the bullshit behind me. The true homies beside me. I'll be flowing forever. See it in the building. Ain't no doing it better.
Yeah, man.
Episode 1 was lit.
Episode 1 was lit. Episode 1 was lit, man. I love that joint.
Me too.
Yeah, bro. So thank you again so much for jumping on. Again, you know, I had to get you right, bro. I had to get you right. I feel like, man, I was tilted. I was tilted that day, bro. The audio, but you know, it don't matter. Don't matter. It's in the past. Anything now that you want the viewers to any? I mean, you didn't want to put a date on it, but we're all looking forward to your music. Official Cardone is the IG handle, right? Official.Cardone.
Yeah.
Give my man a follow. He follows back. Check out that playlist, squad. I'll post it in the link. I actually post it everywhere. It's called Conversations right now. It'll only be Hakai, but that's all you need right now, honestly, bro. That's all you need right now. Anything you want to say to the people, my man?
You know, I mentioned it the last time. Untitled Vibe 6 is actually it's gonna be on the way. I'm actually in the process of writing it right now.
Yeah.
So look out for that. The interview actually inspired me to start the Untitled Vibe series again. So
good.
I'm gonna continue with
here. We started here.
Untitled Vibe 6 will be on the way. I may have an end of the year EP. It'll be 3 tracks. I may have an end of the year EP coming.
Okay.
I'll be posting short reels, short videos on my Instagram.
I see you posting more too. I see you posting more as well, man. I see that.
Trying to get active again. You know, I got to bring that traction. So I just dropped the Untitled Vibe 5 short reel on my Instagram. Okay. Y'all can check that out. I had to act drunk in that video. That's water in that bottle. I had to act drunk. I got episode 2 for that coming. I'll be filming that this week. And so check that out. It'll be on my TikTok too. That's Cassius X Music. Yeah, it's gonna be a picture of Gengar. That's how you know you found me.
Okay. I'm gonna post that one here. And then I wanted to say something, dog. Cassius Cardone one. That music, I'm posting this interview. I'm posting this one. This one's going up. So I'm gonna share it to you. I'm gonna link it to you, and all that good stuff. So you can shoot it out to people as well. Be live on YouTube, and I'm gonna try to get the audio and rip it and just put it on Spotify so people can listen to it at home and all that good stuff.
And y'all can follow me on Spotify too, Cassius Cardone. My goal is I'm trying to hit 75 at the end of the year. I'm at 68.
68. You got 68 and trying to get 75 at the end of the year. We can do that, right? Chat. We can give my man Cassius Cardone 75 followers by the end of the year, right? Follow him on Spotify. My man is worth every follow. I promise you.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate.
Do me a huge favor, Cassius. Be good, be safe, and above all else, be you. And we're gonna have you on here eventually again, bro. You're such good vibes, and we gotta link up again, bro.
Definitely, bro.
All right, my man. Catch you later.
All right, bro. Peace out.
Later.